Here. Good evening, everybody. I'm David, and this is Take Two Radio Soaps in Review. And tonight we're a little scant. We have my main man, Anthony, on the news. How are you doing, sir?
Good evening, everyone. I'm doing better than I was last show.
I hope you're feeling better.
Season in New York. Yes.
Oh,
better.
God bless.
Thank you.
God bless you. And we have our main lady, our featuring hostess, Candice.
Yeah. Hi, everybody.
Who I always enjoy her visiting, and I'm so glad you joined us again.
Thank you for having me.
And I'd like to give a quick shout out to Michael Thomas of Soap Opera News, who is on vacation. Belinda Gates Turner, who is off on a family emergency, and Carolyn Jenkins Carolyn is on a family emergency too. So it's just the three of us guys, and we're going to make the best.
It's still going to be a party.
We're going to have fun. And Candice, I was told at the top of, I was telling Anthony at the top of the show, I was told that to alert listeners that tonight, I guess at 8 p.m., you know this too, I think 8 p.m. Eastern, or is it 9 p.m. Eastern, they're having the Twitter party for Tainted Dreams, and the cast is present. Am I correct?
Yep. Yeah, it's gonna be a Tainted Dreams Twitter party, take two, because the last time they were unable to do it. It's gonna happen tonight. Walt Willie is joining the party.
Oh, Walt is?
Yeah.
And the other reason is why we're doing a take two is because it was supposed to come out, Anthony, you didn't know this, it was supposed to be out December 21st. And they had problems with the production. So I believe they're having the party now because it is finally ready for purchase.
Yeah, well, it was ready for purchase, I should know this because I did it, about a couple of weeks ago, like the rest of the season came out. So I think it was just to try to get everybody together, like when it was available, available date for them to tweet along with us. Everybody should watch that show, I'm just saying.
It's good.
It's really good.
I watched the first season, and I really, really liked it. I haven't seen the second season yet.
Yeah.
Well, to start off with the top of the news with Anthony, okay, it's the fun part, Candice. We're going to start with the prenups. Okay, Anthony and I went over this over the phone about an hour or so ago.
Okay.
And all about, how many would you say? 1, 2, 3, there's about 40 prenups altogether. Only the actors and actresses of the 4 daytime soaps were announced. I don't have anything else. So, let's start off. What category would you like to start off with?
Can we decide to go from younger, then
you want to start with younger?
Yeah.
Okay. Younger lead actress. Okay, you ready?
Let's do it.
Okay. All right. Now, Candice, brace yourself.
Okay.
Okay, you ready? Number 1,
Ready.
Rain Edwards, Nicole Avant, The Bold and the Beautiful. Number 2, Haley Aaron, Kiki Jerome, General Hospital. Number 3, Kate Fairbanks, Tessa Porter, The Young and the Restless. Number 4, Courtney Grossbeck, Coco Spectra, The Bold and the Beautiful. Number 5, Olivia Rose Keegan, Claire, Days of Our Lives. Number 6, Victoria Conifal, Sierra Brady, Days of Our Lives. Number 7, Chloe Lanier, Nell Hayes, General Hospital. Number 8, Eden McCoy, Jocelyn Jacks, General Hospital. Number 9, Paige Searcy, Jade, Days of Our Lives. And number 10, Lexi Stevenson, Maddie Ashby, Young and the Restless.
Okay. I'm going to go with my top 4 predictions for the, for the noms, and say Rain, Haley, Coco, and Lexi are pretty much shoo-ins. And the 5th wild card would be, as much as I hate to say this, Chloe, Nell, yeah.
She could surprise you.
I'm almost positive she's gonna get the nom. I'm almost positive.
This is an interesting list, and from what I've been told is that this is actually the younger set. This all automatically goes through to the next round, to the Blue Ribbon round, well, to the actual Emmys.
The pre's, yeah.
So, this is, I did see the list, and I was like, okay, this is actually a good list. I mean, this is going to be a tight one. General Hospital, though, granted, some of the stuff lately hasn't been a lot of positive, but I personally think that Chloe Eden will go through. As far as who I think is going to win, for some reason I see this going to be a tie. And I always say this every time the Emmys happen. There's a tie in one category, and if the Academy says, oh, there's not going to be a tie this year, I don't buy it. Because I do think between Chloe and I'm going to change this up. I think between Chloe and maybe Eden, because she's grown. She's grown as an actress. I want to say it's between those two.
Really? Okay.
Yeah. I mean, it could be an upset. It could be an upset from Days of Our Lives. It could be, Paige, who played Jade. I also I got to give a shout out to my Young and the Restless crew because they had some good stuff. But as far as, and I don't really like using this term, but it is a popularity contest now. It's becoming a popularity contest with the daytime Emmys. So that's why I'm saying it's somebody from General Hospital is probably going to win. It's probably going to be Chloe because they've given her that Emmy, even though a lot of fans don't, think, her character is, the greatest thing since, Jelly. Material-wise, she's been having some story. And she's playing in the big leagues. I mean, she's gone against Laura, like you had scenes with Laura Wright, Bernard. I mean, that's probably what they're looking at. It's like, okay, she can act. this story material. So, yeah, I know. People are going to be like, really, Candace? She just said, Chloe. Yeah. Yeah. Look into it.
Okay. I don't count out Coco, Bold and the Beautiful. I really think she's the underdog that's gonna surprise us all.
Yeah,
Courtney
yeah, Courtney. I mean, I can't also. I mean, I'm looking at the list. I mean, this is kind of a really, like I said, a really good list because Haley is another person who will take it. I do think this might be General Hospital's ball game, though.
I'm with you right there. I do think this is General Hospital's year, with Days coming in with a strong second.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. All righty, David. Why don't you give us the boys?
The boys. Okay. All right. For a younger leading actor, Lucas Adams, Trip Dalton, Days of Our Lives. Rome Flynn, Zende Dominguez, Bold and the Beautiful. Pearson Faudet, Thomas Forrester, Bold and the Beautiful. Noah Alexander Jerry, Charlie Ashby, Young and the Restless. James Lostovic, Joey Johnson, Days of Our Lives. Tristan Lake LeBeau, Reed Hellstrom, Young and the Restless. Casey Moss, J.J. Devereaux, Days of Our Lives. Sorry about that. Now, Candice, you're sitting down, right, for this one?
Yeah, I'm
Darren
sitting down.
Stitt, Oscar, General Hospital. Okay.
That's an April Fool's joke, right?
No April Fool there. Number 9,
okay.
Anthony Turpel, R.J. Forrester.
Mm-hmm.
And number 10, Hudson West, General Jake Weber, General Hospital.
Oh, this is going to be an easy one.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to jump right in.
Jump in.
I'm going to jump right in, and I'm going to say, and we'll know why in another category. I'm very surprised and highly upset that Nicholas Patel is not on this list.
Yeah.
In fact, I'm thinking about blogging and starting hashtagging. I definitely know it's going to be the race between Casey and Pearson.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm looking at the list, and you know how I just said for the younger lead actress is General Hospital. This is such Days of Our Lives. This category, Casey Moss, folks. Can we give a round of applause? Casey Moss. Thank you.
Absolutely.
That most likely is going to win this category. However, I also have Hudson as a second because he delivered. I mean, he really just wowed me this year. Especially in the
He's a cute boy.
He is so cute. He is so talented. And again, look who he's holding his own against icons of daytime. You know, so I said that. Yeah, I said icons. I mean, I just, you have James. Yeah, you have James who plays, who played Joey. I mean, his storyline was good too. I mean, and Lucas who plays Trip. I mean, in all honesty, I do think somebody from Days of Our Lives is going to get this.
I absolutely think it's Days category, but I think the two front runners are Casey and Pearson. Pearson, obviously, who has been awarded for the character before. B, the eye candy factor, it can't be denounced. He has such a fan following. Those two are the ones that are going to bring the most eyes. And you can't just count Pearson's performances either. He had some really powerful scenes this year.
I agree with that, and that's why I said anybody who's listening and hears my voice and like, wait, she's going against CBS. Are you kidding me? But, I mean, it's not always about, maybe your favorite show didn't perform. I mean, I'm not taking away from him, but when I look and I think back to, like, certain storylines with the other nominees, I'm like, oh, was that better than this performance? Was this, if I was a part of the case, how would I look at it? Like,
Well, Candice, you have to think about something, which a lot of fans definitely forget. They are only judged on the 2 episodes that they submit. Right. So everybody basically is judged on the same criteria, on the same level for criteria, so to speak. It's, the year's worth of work isn't what they're looking at. So think about whatever the 2 strongest episodes were for each of these characters, and then you really have a race, especially in this category. But again, JJ Casey Moss, for me, is definitely my pick for actually winning.
Yeah.
What about you, Dave? What do you think?
If he put in that standalone scene where he was pondering suicide, that would take it. That's it for me. If that's what he put out.
It just made the deadline, so I'm pretty sure that he'd be a fool not to have put that as a real. And he'd have to go in for some mental testing if that's not what he's using.
Mm-hmm. Definitely. Shall we go on?
Yeah. Let's switch it up and go with the guys first this time in supporting.
Supporting actor?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. Darren Brooks, Wyatt Fuller, Spencer Golden the Beautiful, Steve Burton, Patient 6, General Hospital, Chad Duell, Michael Corinthos, General Hospital, Brighton James, Devon Hamilton, Young and the Rest, Wally Kurth, Ned Quartermain, Ashton, General Hospital, Chandler Massey, Will Horton, Days of Our Lives, Anthony Montgomery, Andre, General Hospital, Greg Reichardt, Kevin Fisher, Young and the Restless, James Patrick Stewart, Valentine Cassandine, General Hospital, and Greg Vaughn, Eric Brady, Days of Our Lives.
Well, I'll jump right in yet again and say the double Gregs for me.
Yep.
The double Gregs.
The double Greg?
Though I do think yet again this will be the General Hospital category. This will be a General Hospital category overall.
I would have agreed with you on that, considering the fact of who was representing General Hospital. And I know I saw people on Facebook and on Twitter kind of like, wait a minute, supporting Steve Burton. Yeah. Here's the thing. I would agree with you on this. But this category is going to be interesting too. You have Chandler advancing come into the like he came in like Miley Cyrus. I came in like a wrecking ball. He literally has. I mean, in his scenes, he's been really good. Like you're feeling all the emotions of this person who's like, I don't know who you are. I gotta be me. I'm confused. I don't know what to believe. The thing is that I do think Steve is going to be in the, to make it through the final ballot. I think Chandler. I also think the double Greg as well. Bright and James, definitely. But you know who's the wild horse in this? And if he gets nominated, this is going to be really good. Anthony Montgomery.
That's the exact final nominations, the way you just read it. And it'll be one of the two Gregs not nominated. My thinking would be Greg Boland versus Greg Reichert. But that's the exact final nominations category.
I would actually be shocked if they don't put Steve Burton through it. That probably would be an outrage on many people. But I mean, supporting actors lately has been really good. Like kind of mixing it up just a little bit. So it is going to be interesting to see that that come out. I agree, though. I do think one of the Gregs, I hope both of them makes it, but in a way, in my heart, I'm like, ooh, who's not going to get through?
Well, think about it this way. Who's not on television at the moment and coming back in a big, dramatic way very soon, right around the time of the actual award show?
Yeah.
That's the one they're going to put through. I'd love to say that based upon past history, tongue in my cheek very, very firmly, that this is on merit and merit alone. But unfortunately, they do panderize to fan bases.
Mm-hmm. But then again, I mean, I look at it like last year. Last year, Steve Burton did win. And a lot of people, I remember saying, oh, he didn't earn it. And I'm like, did you not see the scenes? Did you not see his reel? Because it's not about just looking one way. It's his acting. Like, that's what people really should be looking at, is not the, oh, but he's such and such, and he's such and such. No, you need to look at the acting in the episodes that they submit. Because I know a lot of people who will look at this list and already, and they do. I feel as though this is just my little rant for the night. Well, one of them. I feel as though when they do the pre-nominations, they also should have something for us fans to see so we can understand, like, see what they saw. And I know they're going to do that with the Emmy reel when the final, the announcements are made. But I feel as though maybe to give us a little taste of what they, other people saw.
I don't think that the amount of work that would be involved with that it's enough of a payoff. They don't need to justify to us. In the end, we have access to the actual Emmy reels, so that's more than enough. And quite honestly, that's our job right now. That's our job, to educate the soap fans that, unfortunately, it's not based upon a year's worth of work. It's based upon their two, quote-unquote, best episodes.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And so, as a fan who was a fan of ABC and ABC alone most of my life, I categorically knew a lot about these other soaps because of the Daytime Emmys, because once a year I sat down and saw amazing work, and actually had to say to myself in a lot of instances, oh my God, this is the winner. Undoubtedly, even though it went against my favorite.
And you find yourself doing that a lot. Like, there's been plenty of times where I personally have, because I watch all of the shows, And like, as I explained before, is that I'm like, okay, I know this person's body of work, and like you said, the 2 episodes. And sometimes you, as a soap viewer, you can pick maybe if you really pay attention, the 2 episodes that the actors have submitted.
Absolutely.
It's, like Casey Moss. Come on now. If it wasn't that whole suicide situation, then okay, go back to, what was it, March? Was it, or over the summer? He did some great work too. But it's just, you do have to, like you said, you kind of have to tune out and just like pay attention. Like, look at this as open-minded as you can, because you will be surprised. And like, ooh, wow, didn't know this.
I remember as a kid, I was completely over the moon obsessed with One Life to Live, and sitting there with my mom and grandma and talking about, oh Lord, here she goes, here come the personalities again, or however I phrased it as an 11-year-old kid, and them explaining to me that they need that one juicy storyline, they need that one set of scenes every year to submit in for their nomination for the Emmy.
Yeah.
That's actually how I learned about that process.
The silver bullet.
Yeah.
But you know what? As I look at this name, there's one name that's not on this list. I don't know. Maybe he would have went into lead, but I'm just going to put it out there, regardless if it's supporting or lead, Brian Dattilo.
Okay, and I have a name for you too, Vincent Irizarry.
Heck yeah. Mhm.
Yeah.
Either or. Yeah.
Unfortunately, Brian Dattilo scenes, if you're thinking about the alcohol.
Was that after the fact?
They looped over. Yeah, no. So
they didn't make the cut?
Not.
What you're saying?
Well, even with even with Adriana, even with the doubles going around town, because I was thinking of that too when he was kind of dumped. Well, broke, all that.
Yeah, but those scenes weren't as strong. If his name's not in there for next year, I'd be highly surprised. Highly surprised. Well,
I just think he should have got some. Like he should because I guess I'm still a little steamed still to this day that he wasn't even up for anything when Will died. And I thought that year he knocked it out of the park, and I was like, wait a minute, how come? I still feel a certain type of way about that, and I thought maybe this turnaround they would give him like a nod, like, hey, but yeah.
All right, let's move on to the ladies.
Okay, let's see. Where am I? Supporting actress. Okay. Number 1, Marla Adams, Dina Margeron, Young and the Restless. Nadia Bjorlund, Chloe Lane, Days of Our Lives. Eileen Davidson, Susan Banks, Days of Our Lives. See, she's laughing too, Anthony.
All right.
Number 4, Cameron Grimes, Mariah Copeland, Young and the Restless. Susan Seaforth Hayes, Julie, Days of Our Lives. Elizabeth Hendrickson, Chloe Fisher, Young and the Restless. Lisa Lo Cicero, Olivia Quartermain at General Hospital. Number 8, Jacqueline McInnes Wood, Steffi Forrester, Bold and the Beautiful. Number 9, Michelle Morgan, Hillary Curtis Hamilton, Young and the Restless. And number 10, Ariana Zucker, Nicole Walker, Days of Our Lives.
This is another tough category with talented women who prove why they deserve an Emmy. And be honest about that. All I gotta say is, I think somebody from Young and the Restless is gonna get this.
I have to agree.
And here's the thing. I mean, first and foremost, I was, when I saw the list, I was like, Susan Hayes, yes, okay, like, yes, you know, like she could be the wild card in this situation as well.
Okay.
I'm gonna be nice. Then I was like, wow, Eileen Davidson. I was like, man, Eileen, Susan. I was like, okay, all right, okay, yeah, she has some good, but Marla definitely.
I have a huge problem at this moment because she barely aired for 3 weeks on days. So this is pure stunt nominee.
Mm-hmm.
So that she can have a double nom as a previous Emmy winner, as a fan favorite, so on and so forth. This is pure stunt. And if by some stroke of the devil god she walks away with it over Marla, I will be the first, third, and 43rd on the killing of the daytime Emmys altogether. I'm highly annoyed at this. I think they're also doing it.
I think they're also doing this because, like you said, a stunt. I mean, if she does go through on, because Eileen is pre-nominated twice. Think about if this goes the final ballot and she's up for, you know, lead and support. Like, they're going to try to make that, like, the 45th annual history could be made tonight.
Exactly.
And here's the thing. You got 2 networks that would be gloating about it. You have 2 networks that would be gloating about that if she wins. I agree. Marla definitely deserves it because her body, her setting Nick's bar on fire, her stabbing Nikki, her, crying, her doing this, having months. Each episode that it's whatever she submit, it was good. I'm just going to just flat out say it. But if from some reason they don't put her through, I don't know why. Cameron has grown. Like,
yes.
It makes me as a soap fan so proud to know that this little girl, this little itsy-bitsy little cute little girl who
wasn't she adorable?
I mean, she was so cute. You just picture her cheeks. I mean, people still to this day, about Cassie's death. So, it's probably one of the most emotional scenes. But then she comes on and she's a woman now. Like, and not only that, but you're going through Mariah's journey as she's self-learning herself. And the scenes with her and Sharon Case where, they're talking, I hope that was one of the episodes that she submitted to one of the things because that was
she came
really
clean to Sharon about Tessa and that one?
Mhm. I just thought that was, I hope also Sharon Case used that episode when she was telling her, giving her advice, was like, just be yourself, be happy, find it. Like, I just love that scene. That was like one of those really good, like, call your parents, tell them that you love them, tell them that thank you for always supporting you kind of moments. So I think Cameron, like I said, I think it is going to be somebody from Young and the Restless because Elizabeth Henderson, I just threw my pen down because that was just, like, phenomenal as well. Like, her and Chelsea, I mean, her faking her death, that's what, I know it was mature. The writing was so good for her.
Absolutely.
It was just like, okay, whoa. Like, did we just witness?
Yeah, I wanted
like,
to kill her
whoa.
myself. That's how good it was.
There was times I was like, you know what, girl, you need to sit down somewhere. Like, just stop. Just stop. Oh, somebody's going to catch you. Oh, what?
Absolutely. And once again, I think that's the category with the dark horse, of course, being Ariane Zucker. And with her no longer being on daytime, she could surprise us all and walk away with it even over Marla.
She could, but I'm also not going to count out Michelle Morgan and Hillary, my GC Buzz queen. She had some good material too.
Yeah, in the beginning of Sally's reign, when Devon had his accident.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's when Sally was good. When she started.
Yeah.
That's what I said. This category, whoever makes it through, Marla better be one of those names. I'm just saying. I will
without a doubt,
protest. I will protest.
Without a doubt, Marla's
if her name's not on that. Yeah, but I think we all agree that for the like, that's the 45th annual Daytime Emmy Awards. Eileen Davidson, two-time nominee. Could she walk away with self? You know, I think that's maybe why I think she might be on that ballot, on the final ballot. I mean, I like Susan. Don't get me wrong. Don't get it twisted. I like her. But, yeah, you know, yeah.
Politics.
Yeah. But who knows? Susan Hayes might walk away with it, too.
Yeah, you never know. Politics can color it.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. Well, let's go to the guys for leading actor.
Oh, are you ready for it? Okay. Oh, the guys. All right. Let me get that. Where am I here? Oh, all right. Here we go. Peter Bergman, Jack Abbott, Young and the Restless.
Shocking.
Scott Clifton, Liam Spencer, Bold and the Beautiful.
Shocking.
Number 3. Remember number 3? Remember number 3, Anthony? Now, you're settled for this one. I mean, now you're rested. Michael Easton, Hamilton Finn, General Hospital.
Shocking! And that one, I'm not being sarcastic.
Okay. I got something to say on that one. Okay.
You want to do it now? Or you want to wait till I get the last
No,
of them?
Just go. Keep going, because I'm sure I'm going to laugh in a minute.
Billy Flynn, Chad DeMira, Days of Our Lives.
Shocking.
Galen Garrett,
Shocking.
Ray Fernandez, Days of Our Lives.
Shocking.
Eric Marsaw, Brady Black, Days of Our Lives.
Ew, that's shocking.
John McCook, Eric Forrester, Bold and the Beautiful.
Yay!
Who? Shocking.
John McCook.
I know. Go ahead.
Are you teasing me, Anthony?
Yes, he's the Lucci of the leading actors. Go ahead.
Billy Miller, Andrew Kane, General Hospital.
No, what? Shocking.
Stephen Miller, Stephen Nichols, Steve Johnson, Days of Our Lives.
Pourquoi?
Yep. And James Reynolds, Abe Carver, Days of Our Lives.
Dark Horse. Shocking. No.
Whoa.
Okay. I know you're raring to go.
Okay, first and foremost, Daniel Goddard. Daniel Goddard was missing from this list. Kane from Young and the Restless. Daniel Goddard should have been on this list. Or Vincent as well. Okay, I'm going to be really nice about this. I know, once again, General Hospital fans probably were saying the same thing. Michael Easton, question mark. Yeah, okay, here's the thing. Michael Easton definitely is a great actor. He really had, this go-around, amazing story with Rebecca Budding, who was also missing from that supporting list. I'm just saying. I would not have put him in this category, though. I feel as though maybe Roger Howard, maybe, oh, God, who else could I put? Maybe nobody else sub for Billy Miller. And I know, look, Dream fans don't, I'm gonna keep this real. I do think Billy Miller definitely earned this pre-nod because of his growth. Of his episodes that I think that he's submit, obviously, is the whole, reveal, probably some other stuff, but that's pretty much the big story that General Hospital was, trying to get everybody to get their Emmy reels together for. Just Michael Easton, it doesn't, I would have gave that to Daniel Goddard. I would have gave that to, who else could I get into? I'm trying to think of who else, like Jason Thompson. I don't know, but I just don't feel it's like he belongs in a category, but I wouldn't put him in lead. If that makes any sense. Like, he's a good actor, granted, yeah. I'm actually shocked Maurice Bernard's not on that list.
I am too. Absolutely.
He may not, like, Sonny may not be one of my favorite characters, but I'm so used to, I think I'm conditioned for when General Hospital does a pre-nomination, Maurice Bernard is up there with somebody else, And I think that's because, Tony Geary, all those years, Tony Geary, and he deserved it, was not, up for pre-nomination. He was always with somebody else. And I feel as though now, since there's a new captain on that show, it's the team captain and somebody else, the backup captain. So, yeah, but Michael, and I like him. I really do. Yeah.
Well,
yeah.
I'm going to piggyback on yours, and absolutely Daniel Goddard is a big overlook. When David and I were speaking earlier, and Michael Easton, I was just shocking, and that's what, I couldn't wait for this category. I wanted to have fun with it because it blew my mind. He should have been, if anything, put in supporting. But what's done is done. I do not think he'll make it to the final 5 or 4. Again, it's pretty clear in my mind that this is a Billy Miller year yet again. It's a Billy Miller year yet again.
I'm going to say this. This is another category. I always say this. It's a tough category because both Billys were amazing. Both of them. And this is the fun. Like, I feel as though Billy Flynn, he has had great scenes, with the reconnection with Abby and, the whole family drama and everything else. Like, he's really Days of Our Lives has done a good job of really building him as the next generation's leading man, if I can say it like that. Again, Billy Miller, definitely, finally he's not sleeping. And, of course, that whole, the reels probably from the reveal and all leading up to that because, like I said before, General Hospital knew exactly what to do, when to do it. They always are good with that. James Reynolds.
James Reynolds will make it to the final cut. Absolutely. Unfortunately, I don't think he'll win. Now, going back for 1 sec, real quick, Candice, because this is an actual question for you. I agree with you 135% on Billy Flynn. However, answer me this. Think about it for a second before you answer, and answer me this question: Is Billy Flynn fan base and show presence-wise Scott Clifton?
Ooh.
This was not the year for him to be. This was not the year. This was not the year for him to be thrown in the lead actor category. But I agree with you. He deserves it, but this wasn't the year for him.
I think as far as, like, the nominations go, like, I'm looking at the nominations because in my mind I see this could also darn it, I'm going to hurt somebody if they say this is not going to be a tie. I'm ranking right now who should get it. as far as the award, okay? And as I'm looking at the nominations and everything, I'm sizing them up. You're right. Billy Flynn, like I said, he has done some good work. I do think his name was going to be on the final ballot. Do I think he's going to win? No. I don't. I really don't. Do I think Scott
I don't
Clifton?
think he's even going to make the final ballot. Scott Clifton is going to make the final ballot over him.
I think, but in all honesty, I think it's going to be two from Days of Our Lives, obviously, which is going to be Billy and James. I wouldn't even say, you know what? I take it back. I think maybe Eric, maybe. Put a star next to Eric's name, okay, because that's how I'm looking at it right now. James Reynolds came out of, he came to dominate, and he did. With the whole, again, Dave knew what they were doing with this. The material that James Reynolds had has been really, it was heavy. It, was full with emotions. It was a debate, and sometimes, and this is just me as a soap fan, I guess when you look at a reel or the episodes, you want to see the emotions. You want to see, how it plays out. You want to see how the dialogue and everything works and whatnot. And James Reynolds just he made it real. Like, I know it's a daytime drama, but he made it real. That whole storyline was real, and he was able to connect with the audience. And that's why I said, like, I really do hope that his name is on the final ballot. And yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if he walks away with it.
But again, the bulk, a good portion of his scenes were not, they were past the time category.
Right.
So
then you look at the
it's
next
limited
person.
material. Yeah.
Right. But you look at the next person who's in that boat.
Yeah.
You got to look at the next person, which is John McCook. I'm not going by age or anything like that, but John McCook also had storylines that a lot of people kind of was like, on, you know what I mean? Like, nobody cared that, Sheila came back. By the way, where is Sheila Adam Bold and Beautiful? Anyway, but, just you felt, again, I was emotionally connected with some of the storylines that happened this year, which is a good thing because that's what you want. That's what the writers and they want you to. They want you to be emotionally connected to it instead of just like, oh God, not again. This happened. John McCook is another person that a lot of people sleep on, and he delivers good material too.
He delivers good material. That's exactly the point. He's not consistently outstanding. Now, I will say this, as I always do. Unfortunately, it's the writing that they give him, because he has the power acting in him, and what they give him to work with sucks a lot of the times.
I look at this thing like with Bold and Beautiful. Okay, Bold and Beautiful is like 25 minutes. We might as well just say it like that, even though it's 30 minutes, quote unquote, but it's 25 minutes. Really, 22 minutes. You take a look at the males on that show, okay? Don Diamont, Thorsten Kaye, and John McCook, and Scott Clifton, Darian Brooks. That is pretty much it. And you got to think this past year, like, and for the calendar year, for this to happen, who really had story? Yeah, okay, you might have saw Thorsten here and there, but really, who had the big story, which was Eric. I mean, Eric, the return of Sheila, the finding out about Ridge and Quinn. I don't know. I think he deserves to be on the ballot. Do I think he's going to make it? Maybe.
I'm sorry, I have to respectfully disagree with you. In this category, he's the Susan Seaforth Hayes. They have to put him on. But I don't think he deserves it this year.
Mm.
And
do you think he's worthy?
Go back to that one again.
I think
you said in respect they have to put John McCook on, but
yeah,
doesn't necessarily
but I don't think
mean
this year
he's
No. This is a really hard category to nail down the finals, because there's a lot. This is one of the two categories that everyone tunes in to see. Lead actor and lead actress are the two most watched awards of the night.
That is true.
For him to have not at least made the pre-nom would be like Tony Geary not making a nomination at all. Any year. Unfortunately, he's when Stephanie was around, she was nominated every year. Did she deserve to be nominated every year? Unfortunately, no. But the powerhouse of her acting put her to the point where if she wasn't nominated, it would offend too many people. Yeah.
Okay, I see your point.
And that's where we're at as far as I'm sorry, names are flowing out of my mind like waterfall this evening. But McCook. Yeah. Now, I'm going to justify my point. It's a Billy Miller year because there's not General Hospital overall in the categories was not recognized as well as it should have been. So, to rectify that situation, it's a Billy Miller year. And it will finally justify the Billy Miller fans who he's previously walked away with 4 from The Young and the Restless, if I'm not wrong. 4 previous wins? 3. Okay.
3.
Yeah, 3. Yeah. And quite honestly, if he submitted the right 2 episodes, then he deserves to win.
But don't count out Peter Burton.
Did he get all 3? Did he get all 3 for playing Billy? Or was one from Richie?
Yes. No. All from all of them was for Young and Restless.
All 3 for Young and the Restless.
That is
okay. Yep, that's why they gave him the nickname.
And then 1 year he tied with Scott Clifton. For supporting.
Yep. But here's the thing. I think a lot of people are saying Billy Miller. It's already, starting to. That's why I said I wouldn't be surprised if there was a shocker in this category. As far as, I'm already at the even when the final ballot comes out, I think it's going to be a shock because I can see, I'm calling it right now, I think James is going to pass. And if he doesn't make it to the final list, then that's going to be a problem. Because he has, like I said, the episodes, hopefully, the ones that we're thinking, if
Candice,
his name isn't on it, yeah.
Let's be real for a second.
Okay.
Absolutely going to make it to the final rounds because the storyline was way too powerful for it not to be recognized. A.
But here's the thing.
And B. There's not enough color this year. There's not enough color this year.
I understand that, but I'm gonna go back to go back to like 19. A couple of years ago. Rebecca Herbst.
Oh.
Had great storyline, great material. She didn't get nominated. Carla Mosley is another person who, say what you want, both of these actresses had the material, had the reels, was screwed. Not even they didn't even make it to a pre-nod. So I can't. So James, you got a plus on that. But I do feel as though that if they don't put his name through, colors. I'm looking at the fact that material, reels, that needs to mean something. Or else, like I said, I'll still call this a popularity contest until I'm blue in the face.
But think about the climate of the culture we're in right now. There is no way he's not making it through to the final round. Point blank. Black Lives Matter, Me Too movement. This is the year of recognizing, quote-unquote, the underdog. He's definitely making it to the final round, without a doubt. I'll bet you $100 this instant.
I don't got that. I mean, I definitely see your point, but that's why I'm just looking at the way, you're right, the culture that we live in right now. I also have to, like I said, go back to history since they're celebrating 45 years of the Daytime Emmys. I have to remember in years past, people who deserve to be on the list, like really deserve to be on the list, that was screwed in favor of the popularity group. That's why I said, you know, like James, John, Peter Bergman. I would love to see them outbeat, you know, and nobody take this personally. If Scott Clifton doesn't make it through, okay.
He'll be all right.
Like he's got 3. If, you know,
I don't think
Flynn,
Scott's making it through this year for that exact reason. It is the history year, so they can't not put through John and Peter. They're going to put through Abe because they're going to put him through because of the culture, the storyline, and he fits into history.
True.
And Billy Miller, same thing.
And I just think if they didn't put Billy Miller through, the outrage of fans, like, oh, no, he was so good. Once again, this is about the reals. It's one of those tricky things because I said it's not about the popularity. But in years past, I'm starting to see that's more important than the talent, if that makes sense.
You know how the media is very fond of letting us know about scripted, unscripted reality television.
Mm-hmm.
They're given rules and guidelines on how to watch to judge the Emmy reels. I'm just going to say that those sheets, I've seen them in previous years, are basically scripted, unscripted. They're guided towards nominating who they need nominated.
Mhm.
Yeah. They are a little bit.
All right, let's move on to our final category, the ladies.
Okay.
It is
the ladies. But I do have an item for you. You guys brought up Daniel Goddard, right? Not being in there.
Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you why. I found out this maybe about a year or so ago. Daniel Goddard does not submit.
Really? I've been in the business a long time, and I never heard that. Why?
I found that out. I don't know where I found that out, but he says just being there is good enough for me, and being there with my team, with my castmates, and cheering them on, because when they win, basically the gist of it.
I heard of him saying that before too.
Now I not only want to marry him, I want to have a golden anniversary with him.
He's a team player.
He is one of those good guys for your show too. Like, he really does support the show and the cast. And I have heard that before. I did hear him say that. I just thought it was for that particular year, because I know him and Justin Hartley did that too.
Yeah,
It's though other people deserve the recognition, but they'll still cheer them on.
I remember hearing that about Justin Hartley.
Mhm.
He didn't submit on the last year, no. He decided not to.
All right, David, bring on our girls.
Shall we bring on the girls? All right, are you ready? Here we go. We have 11. Okay. Sharon Case, Sharon McElvoy, Young and the Restless. Eileen Davidson, Ashley Abbott, Young and the Restless.
Shocking.
Yes. Melissa Claire Egan, Chelsea Newman, Young and the Restless. Judy Evans, Bonnie Lockhart, and Adrian Kiriakis, Days of Our Lives.
Shocking.
Mary Beth Evans, Kayla Brady, Days of Our Lives. Nancy Lee Grahn, Alexis Davis, Days of Our, General Hospital. Yeah, I know, I'm sorry. Marcy Miller, Abigail Demira, Days of Our Lives. Kelly Monaco, Sam Kane, General Hospital. Anthony's favorite, Gina Tognoni, Phyllis Abbott, Young and the Restless. Maura West, Ava Jerome, General Hospital. Laura Wright, Carly Corinthos, General Hospital.
All right, I'm going to jump right in this time and say this is definitely going to be a General Hospital category. Probably, well, the only General Hospital category, I think. And yes, I am so very, very proud and happy for my friend Gina. But my tally horse, I really, really think this is a Maura West year.
Really?
I do. I think it's a Maura West year.
Ooh. Oh, my God. I'm going to feel so bad in a minute. I'm going to swallow this. I'm going to swallow this real quick. I love Maura West. First and foremost, let me just say that. I love Maura West. I love her. I do agree that this might be a General Hospital category, but I think she deserves it, too. She's worked her butt off. Kelly Monaco deserves. I mean, the evolution of her on this storyline has been like, whoa, okay. Like, where have you been at? I mean, this is going to be, again, okay, let's be real, okay? If you know which name is probably going to go through, just for the sheer fact they're going to try to pimp this. Eileen Davidson, and yes, I know I think the 2 episodes is, the whole confront, finding, having everybody find out that she ain't truly an Abbott and all that, the falling out. I think her name is definitely going to go on there, on the final
Absolutely.
battle. Just because, like I said, one reason is because of the reels that I think the episodes she's going to submit, and 2, they have to have something to really get fans excited. Like I said, this 45th, anniversary of the Daytime Emmys, just like last year, they had, Scott Clifton be the first actor to win all 3 categories. This time it's probably going to be, Eileen Davidson. Yeah, it's going to be the same, will Eileen Davidson become the first actress to be nominated and win in supporting and lead actress? Tune in. Find out at the 45th Annual Daytime Emmy Awards live on Facebook and Twitter and Periscope. I don't know. But
absolutely.
I can see that as the marketing. Judy Evans, folks. Judy Evans. Queen. Legend. Icon. That was a good storyline material. Like, her being in jail, her being out of jail, her, being free, her, I mean, there's so many reels to choose from for that. But I definitely see Kelly Monaco's name on there. I see Judy's. I see Eileen's. I see Melissa Claire Egan. Now, between Maura and Laura?
Maura.
I agree with you.
Maura.
I see Maura, too, but I don't see her winning.
I see Maura, Laura, and Kelly Monaco, Judy, and Eileen Davidson.
See, I don't see Laura. I see Mara. Because I was going to say, darn it, I love Gina too. Oh! But I see Judy. I see Melissa Claire because of her confronting Chloe.
That one got it for me, yep.
Yeah, I mean,
I like
I just see, yeah, and here's the thing. I mean, if she gets nominated and she actually wins, then she breaks her own streak because she's been nominated how many times and hasn't won yet? She's not as much as Susan Lucci, but close. Not really. But I would like to, I mean, her reels, like I said, the confronting, Chloe about, Adam, and I think she deserves to be to go through the next round. But, yeah, that's going to be a tight one.
That's going to be a tight one. I can't make up my mind, and I never even gave you mine. I can't make up my mind.
It's either going to be a Young and the Restless category or a General Hospital category. And I hate to say it, but the way it seems to be looking right now as far as the blogs and fan bases and so on and so forth, it's going to end up being a General Hospital category.
But don't count days out, though. That's the thing, is that I agree with you on that. I do think General Hospital will probably
I'm not counting days out. I'm not counting days out at all. And when it comes to overall show-wise, I think Days is walking away with that. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Why they didn't release shows with this set of noms, I'm not sure. That surprised me a little bit this year. But as far as overall show-wise, I think Days is walking away with that. But in this category, Days really didn't have the power to submit, actresses wise. I'm surprised Deidre Hall's not in it. With it being a history year, I am surprised. But material wise, I'm not that surprised. Based upon, what else is out there. She might have said to herself.
I was going to say this, now that I'm, looking at the whole list, there's a couple of people that I'm just now, all of a sudden it popped in my head. But as far as, maybe I would probably put her in supporting. And as far as lead, I would probably, I'm trying to think
Deidre Hall is not going to allow herself to be submitted for supporting.
Hey, stranger things have happened. I'm just saying. I mean, I understand I know what you mean, but because I thought her as Hattie. Oh Lord, was
yes.
So. I mean, that was good. Her Molina, that's sort of like the whole Judy Evans, but that's the thing. I don't understand. I mean, pretty much Judy and Deidre was pretty much playing the same storyline.
But this could be a case. This could be a case where she's. Oh my God! Excuse me. I'm sorry. She could be pulling a Daniel Goddard. Judy did such amazing work. I'm not going to submit myself this year because I know they'll give it to me over her because I am Dr. Marlena Evans.
Possibility.
You also have Marcy Miller. Again, I now use this word a lot, evolved. Abigail, she's definitely made Abigail her own character now. But, I'm trying to really think, what episodes could she have submitted, that would actually give her that lock for a final ballot nomination.
None. I don't think she's making the final ballot. And if she made the final ballot, I will send my $100 to Trump. to the Trump campaign. That's how sure I am she's not going to make the final ballot. Great work this year. She really did make the character her own, and stepping into Kate Mansi's shoes, it's phenomenal. So, kudos. But she's not making the final ballot.
Needs a little more work.
See, this is where I'm like, okay, I'm looking at the lead actor and I'm looking at the lead actress, okay? And it never, in not, I want to say in the recent years, but there have been years where they've had a couple in the category, and, you know, just to go through, like, in this situation, you have Billy Flynn in lead actor and Marcy in lead actress. I don't know. I mean, half of me is saying, no, she probably won't make it to the final ballot, but half of me is like,
Oh,
probably.
Candice.
Oh,
That's a John and Stephanie, Eric and Stephanie kind of thing. They're not at that level yet.
What?
Where you're saying couples. They're not at that level yet.
Oh, I know that. But, I mean, let me put it to you this way. We know that, but do they know that? Because sometimes, to me, when I look at the nominations, I'll be like, did they see what we saw? Like, I know we saw the same reel. I know we saw the same episodes as they. Like, really? Like, okay, all right, and I just walk away. Like, okay, they got the higher up. They didn't, like, really. I mean, I could be wrong, but you know, half of me is just like, let's play that soap devil's advocate. Hey, oh.
How about that?
Yeah.
What about you, David, before we move on to our reviews?
Okay. You want to go on?
No, what are your thoughts on lead actress?
Oh, well, on lead act, mine?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, God. Tough year. They all did. You know, I'd like to see Missy Egan get it.
Yeah.
To see her get it. Gina did it last year, and you know, I can't make up my mind because I don't know what they've done yet and what's been submitted, and I'll probably know more once I see their reels. And I really can't judge. It's very hard for me to judge on just seeing the names, but I can give you. It's nice to see Sharon Case out there again.
Yeah.
Yes.
There's been talk that that she hasn't been making it in the past couple of years for some reason or other. I don't know if they overlook her or they all really perform. I'd like to know what they do. Nancy Lee Grahn is the part where Julian had her with a knife, is that going to count for this year?
No.
It's going to be the alcohol.
No?
Alcohol.
Okay. That's all gone? All right.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's what makes this hard, because I don't know when is when.
Nancy has an amazing fan base, but unfortunately, she's too political, and that's why she really never makes it to the final ballots.
She likes to express herself.
Yeah.
Which is probably another reason why I want to. Mm-hmm. Now that you said that, I'm looking at Billy Flynn and Scott Clifton. Because they're very vocal as well. And I think and this is where it's going to get heavy at, is that in the Me Too movement that we're that's going on, if that is the reason for Nancy might not be on this list, and that Scott and Billy are, then that might be an issue as well.
I don't think Scott's going to be on the final ballot this year.
I would actually be. See, again, I'm like half and half. Like, half of me is like, yeah, this list doesn't need Scott Clifton. He's already done it. Got it. You're like, let somebody else get a turn. But half of me is like, okay, they're going to have Scott Clifton on this list and screw either Eric or somebody else, like one of the vets, Peter, John, or James. And if somebody takes James' slot that isn't quote unquote worthy of it, then that's going to really cause a stir.
If anyone's getting screwed, it's John. They're not going to mess with Peter, and they're not going to mess with James because it messes with way too many fan bases.
Mm-hmm.
Because even people that don't watch Days will join the movement of people that will be horrifically upset if James' name is not there.
I'm just going back to the whole, like I said in my head, I'm going back to when Colin Mosley, like that whole transgender storyline, how it changed not only Bold and Beautiful, but it changed a lot of the audience of daytime because some people weren't watching, but then they start really watching it. And I'm looking, and I'm, in my head, because I watch freaking shows, like everything, like the real, probably her telling Rick, like, the truth, or, the wedding. And
Candice,
to know that,
I completely agree with you, but that was under Obama America. We are now in Trump America.
Oh, yeah, I understand.
James is fine. He's got it's on lock. His name's on that final ballot.
Hope so. Hope in March we'll hear his name. This is not. I'm boycotting. I'm Jonas. I won't. Well, probably will. I will probably be upset. I'll be honest. If his name isn't on that list, I can see definitely a lot of people will just be like, you know what? Okay, this is a popularity contest. This isn't about,
The only thing that's keeping his name off that list between now and March is if a black man shoots Trump and kills him.
Okay.
Other than that, it's a lock.
Oh, Lord.
Y'all love me for my bluntness. All right, we better move on to the reviews, or we're not going to make it through tonight.
Yeah, we're not going to make it. Okay. Second issue. Go ahead, Anthony. Jeannie
Francis.
Oh, God.
It is now become a movement.
Yes, it is.
The powers that be would like us to ask our illustrious audience to please join us in signing the petition to have Jeannie placed back on contract at General Hospital. All I'm going to say on this matter is she is a veteran. She is a powerful actress. She is a phenomenally, wonderfully sweet person. So please, if you're a General Hospital fan, if you're a lore fan, or if you're a soap opera fan in general, go to change.org.
Oh, change.org.
Change.org. Search Jeannie Francis, and please sign the petition.
And please sign
Quickly
the petition.
In news, I have three.
Just as
go ahead.
Just to add on to that, Anthony, the main reason why we're getting Jeannie out there is because, number one, fans want to leave General Hospital because of that alone. And I'm on here to say that's not going to get you anywhere, but maybe your show can.
Yep.
I was so in love.
We want to save.
We want to
save. Yep, go ahead. Take it.
I was so in love at 7 years old, and when Laura was killed, that I cried for 3 days straight. Little did I know I was gay, and later on I would, wouldn't care a bit. No, I'm kidding.
Right.
They done, and this is my favorite show, mind you, people. They done her real dirty. It's Rebecca Hurt, Part 2. So please do what you did for Rebecca, for Jeannie.
I'm just going to take it up a notch because I'm going to be honest with everybody. Anybody who follows me on Twitter and anybody who, watch my Periscope, when I'm on live, knows I was truly pissed off about this decision. This is decisions that will get your show canceled. I'm going to be honest because as a fan of Guiding Light, we all remember Guiding Light when they, killed off one of their beloved characters and the show slowly, and I'll say this, the show was never the same again. I'd just like to point out to all the fan bases out there who, listen and whatnot, like the Alexis and Leah and stuff, there wouldn't be no General Hospital without this lady, okay? This lady, along with Lori Monty, Ken Shriner, Tony Gary, Jackie Zeman, saved this show from cancellation back in the late 70s, early 80s, okay? She was the reason why this show became a pop cultural TV show, okay? Yes, to this day, her wedding is the most watched daytime event ever. Her dress is in the Smithsonian in Washington, D.C. And not only that, but she is the heart and soul of this show. Okay, no matter where you who you are, you know who Jeannie Francis is. You know that she's connected to General Hospital. For crying out loud, this woman left General Hospital, went on to Lovin', went on to All My Children, Days of Our Lives, and Young and the Restless, and did primetime work as well and came back to General Hospital because she called that place home. And for them to have done this not once, not twice, not 3 times, but 4 times, and she was kind of vocal about it, and then she's like, they did her so shady. Like, I still cannot get over the fact that they told her about this before she filmed the episode. How do you you really treat your vets that way? Like, she was on this show before many of them was even born.
Yeah.
90% of the cast of the show, 90% of the cast on the show right now wouldn't exist on that show had Laura not been there. There would be no Bobby. There would be no Bobby, which takes out the entire Carly and that whole family. There would be no Sonny because there would never have been a Luke. There would be no Anna because there never would have been a Robert Scorpio. Almost everyone on the show, there would be no Liz. There would be no show if Jeannie never existed.
I'm just going to say this, I agree. It's one thing to say you're not going to watch the show, but like I said, I always say this all the time, we're down to the final 4 shows. You never started a million, especially if you grew up in the 80s and early 90s and you had 4 soaps on each network. We're down to the final 4. The best soaps that these networks can offer, even though, some people may disagree with that. But anyway, and for the fact that people saying, oh, we're going to boycott it, we're not going to watch, like you guys said, it's only hurting you as the soap viewer because nobody wants to come on and say, due to the low ratings, this show has been canceled.
Just
no
think
one
about
wants
it
to
this
say
way.
that.
Think about it this way.
That is the hardest thing to even say.
Guys, it's very, very simple. First, they came for the Jews, and I said nothing. Then they came for the gays, and I said nothing. When they came for me, there was no one to say anything. If we get one more show down, it's going to be that easier to cancel the rest, the other 3.
Yep.
We all have to band together. Period.
I mean, and it's really nice to see, and I always joke around and saying, soap Twitter is always the drama. But it's really nice when you see sub Twitter all band together. And like you said, it doesn't matter if you watch General Hospital or not. You know who Jeannie Francis is, for crying out loud. She is hello, is Jeannie Francis. First, I mean, no matter where you look at, she's Jeannie Francis. She's an icon. She's more than a daytime guy. She is the freaking president. I mean, and that's another thing. Like, think about all the pop. I mean, first and foremost, Elizabeth Taylor wanted to come and be on General Hospital because of Jeannie Francis. Elizabeth Taylor, folks. Elizabeth Taylor.
Yep.
White Diamonds, Cleopatra, Princess Diana Spencer sent a bottle of champagne to the fictional characters, even though, but that tells you that she was watching. I mean, Jeannie Francis is seriously the heart and soul of not only General Hospital, but of daytime. And for people to have for Frank to have done this, what does that say about him? Well, it says a lot about him, too. And ABC as well. So instead of, saying boycotting, you tweet. And by the way, do it respectfully because, seriously, nobody wants to hear a threat. I know a lot of people want to tweet that out, but tell Frank and ABC, hey, look, you're losing fans, loyal fans. You need to fix this. And ABC, you need to fix this too, because this is really making you. I mean, here's the thing, and then because I know I'm talking a lot. We always say we want positive for the soaps. We want positive to be reported, to People Magazine and stuff like that. We want to hear positive instead of negative. This was the most negative story in the last couple of days regarding daytime. I mean, there's been other positive ones, but this was the number one story on Yahoo News. This was number 2 trending on Access Hollywood. On CNN, it was talked about. It was like, oh, God, not another dark cloud over the soap genre. So sign that petition.
Sign the petition. Next, Anthony.
All right, we are seriously going to have to do very quick recaps of our 4 shows.
Yeah, we are.
Mm-hmm.
What do you got?
We'll start
got one more item.
The Beautiful. Oh, news.
Oh, I thought you had one more item there.
What, the news?
Yeah, you got one more item there?
Okay. Yes. Jonathan Jackson is returning to General Hospital. Felicia Kay is returning to Bold and Beautiful. And congratulations are in order for Camilla Banis on Days of Our Lives, who is pregnant.
Thank you, Anthony.
You're welcome. All right, Bold and the Beautiful.
Bold and the Beautiful.
We can call it the Bill, Liam, Steffi show.
Yeah, we could.
Because I don't think anything else has happened in the last 2 weeks.
No, I don't think so. Well, let me see. I missed it today, so...
Nope, it was Bill, Liam, Steffi today.
Oh, was it? Okay.
Yep, all Bill, Liam, Steffi. And if it wasn't actually Bill, Liam, and Steffi, it was someone talking about Bill, Liam, and Steffi.
It was some... So what was the highlight of the 2 weeks? Bill, Liam, and Steffi.
I think, please, audience, don't have any heart attacks or anything. But I have to say, I have been so thoroughly entertained in the last 2 weeks. This storyline has turned me on so incredibly. And that's all I'm going to say for Bold and the Beautiful.
And Anthony doesn't really like the show too much, and this is surprising.
I have always said it has amazing, shocking moments, and it does have some creatively different storylines.
But
the bulk of the show is always the same. Yeah, and the follow through sucks. So Billy and Steffi show, kudos to you for getting me so turned on the last 2 weeks.
I'd have to say the same thing.
Go ahead, David.
I'd have to say the same thing. I mean, there's been nothing else. although I was disappointed when Ridge didn't take Bill out. I thought he was going to.
Oh no, we can't murder Dollar Bill.
I thought he was going to give him.
If you kill the dollar, the whole economy collapses. No, can't kill no dollar. No. Silly David Mann.
Did he sock him, though? He socked him.
Oh, yeah, hard, nice and hard. There was a big old red cheek mark. And I'm blind, mind you guys. So if I could see it, it was nice.
I like your humor. How about you, Candice?
From this whole Bill and Steffi show, I was really glad to see that my best friend, and I always say this, my best friend Hope returned. And she's back to give some insights on what has really been truly missing from Liam's life. I don't know either, but it was Bill and Steffi.
Oh, yeah, someone sneezed Sally back into the show. I forgot about that.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, Sally, yeah.
All right, moving along. Days.
Moving along.
Candace?
Okay, that's the highlight of B&B. Days? I have to commend today's episode. I liked how they started it off with everyone had...
With the dream sequences.
The dream sequence. Everyone had one top they're thinking about or something that happened regarding... they each have something to hide.
Mm-hmm.
And before I realized it, I thought this was really happening, and I was so excited. And then I said, "Oh wait, she's dreaming this," and I was a little disappointed, but I liked the way they did it. I mean, it seemed like everyone had something to hide.
I like the Who Killed Andre storyline, but it was a little predictable.
I'm surprised. I didn't expect this. It surprised me. I didn't expect it. No,
I didn't either.
It was too soon. I mean, with Anna coming back, I didn't be so soon. I don't mind that, but I thought it was soon. And I didn't think Tao was going to leave either.
He's not.
I wasn't up on that.
He's not leaving. With Anna coming back, that solidified it in my mind that it was that we were going to be looking at a who killed Andre. We're counting down to it. It's so Ron. It's so very Ron.
Yeah, this is a Ron specialty. I agree, though. It was too soon. I didn't see it coming, but I do think there's going to be a twist to the story. I need a new Phoenix.
The new twist to the story. The new twist to the story is who are Vivian and Stefano Jr. hiding?
Another family member.
Well, they both called a hitman, or maybe not. At least Vivian did.
Who are they hiding? And Tayo isn't leaving. So, I mean, it's almost exactly. It's almost written on the monument in the town square.
That's why I said I need for Days to have a new Phoenix. And between Tony, come on now. This is the new generation of Days of Our Lives. I mean, Stefano, we will always have you. We will always have our memories.
There better be a huge payoff to this dumb Steve being poisoned storyline. Because they are making a ridiculous character even more ridiculous. It's a waste of my time and energy to even watch. So there better be a nice payoff to this. And Chandler Massey, by the way, is still absolutely shining.
Yeah,
shining.
I agree with you there. I do.
Anything else, guys, before we move on to Young and Restless?
Okay, well, hold on. Yeah. I haven't a clue why John would want to do that to him.
Because that's not John. I'm going to put it out there. I don't think that's John. I'm just putting it out there. I need a shocking twist. I don't think that's John. I need for Ron to give me something. I don't want it to be like a body double. I wonder if they would go back to the brainwash story where John,
you know, like Vivian had something to do with it.
Oh, a trigger. That there was an implanted trigger that no one ever knew about, and blah, blah, blah. And in a flashback scene, we'll see exactly how it came out. Good one, Candice. Good one.
I'm thinking about Ron and Sherry and Ryan with the history, because this wouldn't be the first time. Because remember when we thought that John was dead and he was on the ship with Princess Gina? Yeah. Yep. Come on, Ron. Give us that story. Yeah, that's what I think. That is not John. I mean, it is John, but it ain't John. Yep. Yeah. Yep. And have Paul figure something out, because that's who's up. Real quick, that's who's missing from this list, Christopher Sean. But yeah.
Well, that was John when he was meeting with Chad, and Vivian was overhearing the conversation. And then when you see him with Steve and Kayla, well, you didn't see it the first time he did it, but I don't know. Could Vivian have something to do with it, that she knows something that she's remembered all these years? And I don't know. I hope it. I wouldn't either. Okay, GH.
Dean's house.
Sign the petition.
All I can say is it's all about Anders Hove. He's phenomenal as an actor.
He's just knocking it out of the park.
When he snapped at Obrecht, shut up! I fell off the couch. So this storyline is pure perfection. It's played out quickly. It's played out believably. It's played out elementally so well. Yesterday's episode, where they basically switched it up on us for the entire episode, making us building up to the reveal that Hamilton Finn was Heinrich, was pure brilliance. It's phenomenal. He's not. He's not, but they let us believe that.
But they made us think
for the entire episode with pure brilliance. Viola Hughes, goddess. Sam and Drew got married. Yay. We don't know if it's a boy or a girl because the baby is shy. I don't know how. Maxie's the mother, and Caesar Faison is his grandfather. Its grandfather. So I don't know how it's shy. All right. Nell is very, very, very maternal. Carly's Sunny. Obrecht is locked in a room with some wonderful gas and Lulu. And Peter is definitely the son. I don't know. Is there anything else in the last 2 weeks that have been interesting? Besides the fact that they fired Laura?
Yes, that Lord dropped out of the race to take care of Spencer and his broken legs. Are you serious? Are you really serious? Like, seriously, like you couldn't say like her mom was sick or something. You said that Spencer had broken legs. Okay, I'm not gonna go there because I'm not about that life right now.
Okay, the only thing that will make the mayoral race interesting now, if it somehow, some way, re-sparks, reignites the feelings between Ned and Alexis, who I have for years and years and years have wanted to see a resurgence of a romance with. Even though I love Ned and Olivia, I do. It would be the whipped cream, cherry, and caramel dripping on my sundae. If somehow they just were battling it, looked at each other, and just hopped on a bed. But anyway, that's about it for GH for me.
That's GH. It's doing Candice.
Yeah, I mean, General Hospital. I mean, I think, you know, it had some good moments, but let's be honest, everything got overshadowed when Laura dropped out the mayor race to tend to Spencer's broken legs.
So then, I will ask you guys, did you both shed tears when Dina walked through that door?
Oh.
I'm sorry, I'm moving on to Young and the Restless.
I know where you were. You're talking to when she left.
I said I knew where you was going at with that with Young and the Restless. So I was like, oh God,
When she went with Tracy to Paris to see Abby.
Paris. Yeah.
Yeah, it was very sad.
So,
I don't know if I could let her go all that way. Yeah, she's a trooper, Marla Adams, and I give her credit. She's really taken on a role, and what the Alzheimer's is doing to the entire family. It's pitting them against each other, but yet they want to stay together as a unit. I mean, they're like fighting each other. They're fighting each other to come apart and then trying to stay together at the same time.
So well done. I'll say it 100 times. So well done. The dynamics.
So well done. And mind you, I'm sure both of you have seen it. Young and the Restless' numbers the week ending in the 19th. I believe it was 4.86, but I could be wrong.
4.8.
Yeah.
4.8. Yep.
And it was actually the scene where Graham got the syringe instead.
Mhm. And not only that, but Young and the Restless is now number 1 for 29 consecutive years. Just saying. Drop the mic. Just saying.
Well, it's storylines like this that's the reason.
That's what you have to bring.
I mean, say what you want about that show, and I know a lot of people have, but when you have a talented cast featuring many of your vets from 30, 40, they're celebrating 45 years this year, and you have excellent storytelling, like emotional storyline, like the Alzheimer's storyline. I mean, when I saw Dina left, I was crying because I realized that this might be it. This might be the final. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is probably going to be the last time you're going to see her in her, not her bad state, but like she's going to be peaceful wherever, you know, like that's going to be the next step. And I'm just like, I can't imagine, you know, to everybody who has a family member dealing with Alzheimer's, I couldn't imagine. Couldn't imagine.
This, like the shooting on Days, is how soap should be written right now. Mm-hmm. That scene incorporated history. It incorporated a relevant topic that perplexes America. It was imploding with family dynamics. It was just pure soap opera at its best.
Mhm.
Yeah, it is.
That was a William J. Bell staple right there. That made me think of when William J. Bell wrote that show.
Absolutely. It made all the rest of what was going on, like, all right, hurry up, get back to Dina. I want the next commercial to be over with so we can be able to get back to Dina. You know, that's
exactly
how it was. Nothing else, even on that show, at that moment, was within my orbit of focus. Storytelling at its best. Having said that, loved Hillary's date with Robbie.
I liked it. And I liked Billy spilling it.
Loved where they're going with Lily and Sam. Because if they just made her, you know, another Disney princess moment, of course, he's your son, Kane. He's an innocent baby with no backpedal to it. I'd be vomiting.
Of course she's going to have trouble with that. If they don't show still having trouble communing with Sam, then you're wasting talent and you're wasting story. Because this is a staple in her life and Lily's life that she's unable to bear, and now they're putting her in a position where she has to care for another woman's child. And I can't speak for how it feels, but I'm going to ask the only woman in the house, Candice, could you do it?
Let's see. If I knew that this child was a product of an affair between my husband and somebody else, I couldn't do it. Because that is a constant, like, and she said on the show, it's a constant reminder of a time where her husband was unfaithful to her. At the same time, while Juliet was pregnant, it made Lily feel like she wasn't a woman because she could not bear her husband's children. Like that on top of everything else, that is like a big slap in the face to a woman. I mean, there is women who do it, but rest assured, like, half of them feels a certain type of way. And it does take time, but you're always going to have that constant nudge of, this is not my biological child. This child was born out of an affair. And not only that, but, you know, this child, and not only, and here's the flip side, the child can sense when somebody doesn't like them or want them around. And I work with children, so I said at a very early age. Absolutely. At a very early stage. They can detect if this person has some type of feeling towards them or not. And that's how, because I think it was the other day when the baby was crying and Hillary came in, and Hillary was just, oh, shoo, 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 shoo. Like that baby knows that Hillary has that moment.
And speaking on that, I have to give kudos to the writing as well for how subtly, but with such power, they've put Hillary into the conscience role of the show.
Yeah.
Yes, they have.
Both positive and negative wise. She truly is the conscience of the show right now.
I mean, you feel for her too, because, you know, now that she's going into this new direction and she's had an awakening, sort of. You know, you're kind of like, okay, all right, she's going to screw this up. Like, when is she going to screw it up? Like, And then you have people who are really rooting for her. Like, yeah, okay, so, she's done some stuff. Oh, well, she deserves to be happy, too. And she feels as though she's found a purpose. She wants to be a mom. A baby brings you new hope, new dreams, new life.
Tessa, enough said.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Yes.
Victoria and JT, enough said.
Yes.
Nick and Chelsea, enough said. Although it was so cute when he brought her the bottle of perfume.
Yes. Yeah, I thought that was touching.
They are obviously setting up an Adam recast.
Darn it, I'm so like, is it bad that I'm kind of hope? I mean, I know it will never happen unless they do it, like really stick it to it. I wouldn't mind Justin just making an appearance. But I know that's not going to happen. But it would be nice.
It would be nice.
But but like I said, whoever Young and the Russells get as the new Adam or whatnot, like I said to when they do recast, give this person 6 months to a year to really gel into the role before, like, throwing stones at them.
Right.
I always say that about recast.
I have to agree.
Recast the role.
And I have to make notice because I don't know if you guys follow Belinda's line on Google Plus. Because she writes for the Inquisitor, and she had something in her line, which I truly loved, and I hope this works out, that the Adam recast turns out to be one of the homeless victims.
That would be interesting.
Wait, what?
You know all this that they're doing with Sharon and the homeless?
Yeah, with Cassie. Yeah.
Right? And Nikki and Nick bought that building. Well, if they delve more into the homeless aspect like B&B did, according to Belinda's line, this is only her thoughts, and it's not it says, because they say along the line, Victor comes across something shocking. And we're thinking, what if he sees Adam as one of the homeless people?
Oh, having lost his memory and being all,
and he's disfigured.
physically disfigured from the
explosion. Yes. How would you feel? I mean, I'm
good
with that, as if they tell a good homeless storyline, and it is close to a core family.
And it is close to Sweeps.
Yeah. I wouldn't mind.
It would be interesting. And you're right, the writing would have to be on par and on point for this.
Yeah, and
I wouldn't mind
I think they need to go with a new face, not a soap vet.
Someone new altogether to the business?
Someone new altogether. Yeah, pretty much. Or someone like James Patrick Stewart or Valentine, someone of that caliber who's never done soap before. It needs to be somebody. It needs to be somebody that does not have a soap character past. That comes in as Adam. Because as we can see from The Bold and the Beautiful, recasting with such powerful soap pasts doesn't work well. It doesn't work well.
But if you look at Young and the Restless, like with Justin Hartley, I mean, before anybody knew him as Adam, he was, the pretty boy on Passions. And he was like, okay, like he was good on Passions, but when people heard that Justin was on Young and the Restless, I remember exactly what some of the people said about this when they was like, Justin Hartley was coming to Young and the Restless. One person, I won't say nobody's name, but she's like one of my best friends, was like, oh, he can act? You think he can act, or are they going to have him be shirtless all the time? I was like, he can act. And he was like, is he going to say more than one or two lines and keep his shirt on, or is he going to take his shirt off? I'm like, oh, it's so wrong. But I understood it because, you know, Passions, and not a lot of people took Passions and thought it was like the best. I mean, I did, but, you know, like one of these, you know, like you don't compare Passions to Days of Our Lives because of the legacy. You know what I'm saying? So when they heard Justin was coming over there, yeah. But they do need. I mean, I wouldn't mind if they took somebody who has, you know, been in the soap pool, and played a different character, come over to Young and the Restless and really showed that they can act.
Yep.
Like Chad Brandon, who played Xander. I'm just gonna put his name up there.
Hey guys, I want to thank both of you for joining me tonight. I think we handled it.
I think we did.
I think we did too.
I think three of us took it very well. If we had any more, I think we'd have trouble finishing it up. Although, yeah.
And I think there's a Twitter party everybody wants to go to.
What?
Yeah, I think there's a Twitter party everybody wants to go to. Yeah.
Yeah. With Walt Willey.
So, until next time, wait for your emails, and I'll let you know what's happening next.
Cool.
And thanks for joining me.
Have a great night. Have a great 2 weeks.
Yep, you too.
And take a little time and enjoy the view.
I'm going to try.
Or enjoy the talk.
Well, I got a minute and a half.
Okay. Everybody keep talking because it's about to get real, so enjoy the view. And not only that, this has been The Guiding Light. There you go.
Like saying
Good night,
through
everybody.
the hourglass.
These are days of your lives.
Good night, all.
Twitter party. Good night.
Yep.
Bye.